Extracting the square root and raising a number to the second power are two mutually inverse operations. For example, 3 to the second power is 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. 5 to the second power is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. 8 to the second power is 64. The square root of 64 is 8. Raising a number to the second power is also called squaring the number. This name comes from the fact that if a number is multiplied by itself, or raised to the second power, we get the area of a square with a surface equal to this number. We can also write the square root exponent as 2. And if this indicator is not written, then by default we consider that this is the root of the second degree, or the square root. I completely forgot to tell you that the square root of 0 is 0. To quickly extract square roots, you need to learn the table of squares of numbers up to 10. It is even better to learn the table of squares of numbers up to 20. While we extract the square roots from numbers that are greater than or equal to 0, let's consider the properties of the square root. The square root of the product of two numbers is equal to the product of the square roots of these numbers. The square root of a fraction can be divided into two square roots. One is the square root of the denominator of the fraction. The other is the square root of the numerator of the fraction. If the number under the square root is raised to the second power, then the square root and the second power will cancel out, and we will be left with a number. Please do not get confused if we raise a negative number to the second power and then extract the square root. Any number to the second power is a positive number. It is easy to verify that negative 2 to the second power is 4. And we need to extract the square root of a positive number. We get a positive number. Now let's look at some examples. Recall the table of squares. 9 to the second power is 81, and therefore the square root of 81 is 9. I will write 1600 as the product of two numbers. And now I will separately extract the square roots of each of the factors. I get 40. 7 to the second power is 49. And 0.7 squared is 0.49. So we get the square root is equal to 0.7. To extract the square root from the mixed number, we need to bring this fraction to the improper fraction. To do this, we multiply the integer part of the fraction by the denominator and add the numerator. Leave the denominator unchanged. So, under the root we get a fraction of 49 over 25. And now I will separately calculate the square roots from the numerator and the denominator. I get a fraction of 7/5, and you can also divide 7 by 5. This is 1.4. That's all for today. Write questions in the comments. Bye everyone.